Good evening, everyone. It is June 15th, 2023, and what a ridiculous session. Just an infinite bid session, if you want to call it that. The ES unable to even break the open, just held value very low right off the open, and unable to break that open, and instead just ripping upwards pretty much for the entire day with I want to say not even like a 5 point rotation down, maybe. I think 10 points here or there if you really nick the high, but this thing was just go 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 go. Uh, Notably, and I mentioned this on Twitter, and let's get into this for a second. We've reached some pretty important structure. We've reached the monthly point of control from April of 2022. That's what we're trading at right now, that 44.62-ish number, 61.62. But more importantly, what I was looking at, and the number that ended up being pretty much the high of the day, is that 44.84, that being the 87% value area high from 2022. This is just the 87%, which is, I believe, is just 1.5 standard deviations. So not the full 95%, but this is sort of the first area I'd be looking for significant resistance to step in, and then being combined with where the volume was done back in 2022, it's a nice place, in my opinion, for us to get some sort of turnaround. Now, it's crazy to think that we spent pretty much the entire year trading within whatever this was from January onwards in a 385-point range. We spent 6 months in a 385-point range, and now just in June, in the 2 weeks, we've almost matched that. 6 weeks of range being matched in 2 weeks. So it's been quite the ripper. I think it'd be hard to argue that we are still in a bear market. It doesn't mean we can't get selling though. So what I will be looking forward in the future is for us to at least get down to 43.03, near that August swing high, near this balance high. But really what I'd like to see is move down towards 42.20 to 88, really test that, and then we can rocket back up. But at least 43.03, and I don't think that's any sort of massive ask. That's a 3.5% move downwards. Even 42.20, that's a 5% move down. I'm not asking for much. um, News-wise, what do we have tomorrow? Waller speaking pre-market, and then the preliminary University of Michigan. I believe that's consumer sentiment. And then it is options expiry as well. Likely going to get a pin around 4,400 SPX, which I believe is sitting around 4,450 or so on ES. So that's what I will be looking for, some sort of pin. So hopefully we get a little bit of selling in the morning, and then we just pin this thing into OPEX. Now NQ, similar story here. Let's go on to this big chart just so it's clear. We have hit a similarly important number. We've hit the 95% yearly value area high from last year. That's coming in at 15,342-ish. So kind of right around here. We've also managed to break that March swing high as well as the Q2 high. So again, some notable structure being broken. And I would like to see a pretty decent move downwards. I just written these numbers to show that, look, although we're day trading, you should have an idea of these higher time frame numbers to know that when you should in general be looking to buy dips instead of sell rips and vice versa. Once we got above that prior is halfback, the bear halfback, the value area high, all those things from 2022, it was a decent scenario, decent opportunity to understand that the market is going to be changing. Combined with it being that value area high being so tight relative to the entire 2022 range, when it's so tight, it's just sort of a recipe for a large breakout. You see this on any time frame. When the majority of trading takes place in a tight range, once you break out of there, there's going to be quite a large momentum move. Like I'm looking for 4,300 on ES. I would be actually looking for a little bit lower. I'd really like to see us get into 14,000 on the NQ. look, this isn't some crazy ask that I'm looking for. It really isn't. 14,200 at least, but I would like to see 14,000. I think that'd be a great number to back test and then once again move upwards. So how am I looking to actually trade these crazy things? Let's get into it. On the S&P, starting off, I don't want to be short. I think today showed us a good reason why. Maybe we do hold those highs, and maybe it is a red day. But until I get at least one day of red instead of the sea of green that we've been getting, if I get at least one red day, then maybe I can change my mind. For now, that's not the case. I'll be looking to get long 44.58. That is the 87% Q2 value area high. If we hold today's point of control and VWAP close right around 52.5 and 53. So if we hold that area, I'll be looking to get long. Below there, I simply want to be long at the VWAP close. Below there, I want to be long 39.5 if 37 holds. So being long settlement highs if the volume that was done at 37 does hold. Below there, looking to get long 29.5, just what looks to have been a key level for the past several days. I want to be long there after a run of just this poor low sort of thing that we have happening, this 10:30 low versus this 10 a.m. low. Just some poor low crap. I want to see these stops get ran, reclaim it, then move back upwards. Below there, I'm not too interested in trading. Maybe 21 and 3/4 holds bid. Maybe we get all the way back to the open and hold that and go bid. I'm not too sure, but I'm not interested in us losing this area, getting into this area and then trading. Maybe some sort of look below 21s, coming back up and then getting long, but nothing really other than that. And to the short side, yeah, I had 44.84 as that 87% yearly value rate high, but I'm not too interested in the short side for now. Let's get one red day going and we can start discussing being short. On the NQ, same idea, uninterested on the short side. I want to be long the VWAP close at 294s. I want to be long 268 and 3/4. That being a trailing auction, I believe. Just sliding my chart up on another screen. Yes, that is the March high. That is also where we found some resistance a few times before finding a bid there. So I want to be long 268s. Below there, and I want to be long somewhere between 212 and 216. That being just trying to find 216. 216s are settlement highs, but 212s are the post FOMC highs coming in around there, and that is where we had the major resistance and then major support. I believe I was short somewhere around here. I think 210 or something today for 20 or 30 points. Below there, same idea. Not interested in playing this thing. I was trying to get long. I think 110s this morning. Couldn't get it. But yeah, we're still holding a little bit of a bullish, a bullish balance here. If we were to hold something like this, throw this for here, would be holding this sort of bullish balance still if we came down. However, I'm not interested in playing this thing if we do lose the low of the day or the open. I think you run into maybe some sort of liquidation scenario. So for now, just looking at the long side, not really interested in the shorts, not interested in trying to catch a liquidation move. Just really interested in playing these longs here, 212, 216, 268, 294, and on the ES, looking at 29.5, 39.5, 52.5, and 58. Hope that makes sense. Hope that helps. Wow, a 9-minute video. Well, I did want to explain the structure that we had. This thing is continuing to drip down during Globex. Curious if the Euros might manage to find a bid and ramp us back up. But that is what's happening for now. Just the excess longs are getting rid of inventory during this Globex session. Have a good night. Trade safe. Updates in the morning.